case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1987, a group of landlords filed a lawsuit against the city of Chicago, asserting that an imposed residential landlord and tenant ordinance infringed their rights. The controversial ordinance, enacted by the Chicago City Council, modified the rights and obligations of residential landlords and tenants, with an advocacy for the public welfare. The landlords, finding themselves hustled into new responsibilities, viewed this as a breach of their prior contractual expectations and rights. The lawsuit was quickly followed by the landlord's request for a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction, seeking to cease the enforcement of the curbing ordinance. Despite an initial restraining order, the court later denied the injunction, solidifying the ordinance's standing as effectuated. However, this denial wasn't met without dissatisfaction, as the landlords escalated their case to the higher court. Contention arose primarily over provisions within the ordinance which prohibited landlords from charging market-rate interest on delayed rent, obligated interest on security deposits, and conceded tenants' rights to withhold rent. The ordinance also required landlords to maintain their rental units following municipal codes and standards, inaugurating penalties for failure. Indignant, landlords found these modifications overbearing and potentially unconstitutional. The appellate court, after dissecting the bounds of contract clause, ruled against the landlord's argument. It highlighted that while the regulation did modify the terms of existing leases, it was within the scope of government to abrogate contracts should there be a compelling need. In this case, the overarching public welfare. The court pointed out that a potential violation occurred through the denial of the preliminary injunction against interference with contract rights and economic freedom. Despite this denouncement, no concrete constitutional violation was detected, leaving the landlord's challenge to the ordinance fumbling. Though the court recognized that the ordinance primarily catered to middle-class people and was far from the interests of the poor, no legal grounds for its erasure were found. Surprisingly, the landlord's most potentially valid challenges against the ordinance, involving the commerce and eminent domain clause of the Fifth Amendment, remained untouched, capping an arduous round of legal battles for the landlords of Chicago.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.